Let's see what I have today, what I just pulled out of the box. This is, why can't I stop drinking? This is a tough card. The reason it's tough is because it's a very, very serious problem. You know, someone who's an alcoholic, right? And they've probably heard from lots of people that they should go to Alcoholics Anonymous. So the generic advice, this person's already heard that advice. It doesn't help them for me to repeat it. So what I need to do is to get them to think, why should I go to Alcoholics Anonymous? What I want to do is convince them that they need help. And I think a lot of the times getting someone to see the problem is more important than trying to force a solution on someone who doesn't even want it. So instead of giving them the solution, I want to give them the problem. And the problem is that drinking is chemical, and you really cannot fix it without assistance, because it's like not being able to eat. If you wanted to go for a week without eating, that would be hard. And it's hard when you're an alcoholic to go without drinking for a week, so I'm going to write that. I'll say, just like your heart can mislead you in love, it can mislead you about fixing this problem. It's easy to believe that you can't fix it. The fact of the matter is that alcoholism is chemical, and to fix it you really have to get help. Most people don't get help. I'm going to write that now. I go through them and I try to figure out for each card, like, what is the question the person's really asking? You know, what's going to help them? Even if the question is something like, you know, why don't boys like me? It's so easy to give a comforting answer that doesn't work. Like, oh, don't worry, of course you're beautiful, just give it time. But I'm not sure that someone in that situation can use that advice. So what I say instead is, when someone says, just don't worry, you know, just wait, what they mean is, develop the confidence so that waiting feels right. Once you have enough confidence that love isn't this tremendously high-stakes game, you're more attracted to people. Okay, so how do you build confidence? Well, you do that by rooting out the relationships and responsibilities that are draining in your life. Because if you get rid of those, you get buoyed up. Why wouldn't you? Sometimes the questions are so poetic that it challenges me to write an answer that's equally poetic. I think a lot of times the questions are more moving than my answers, although I do my best. Like this question I've got, I am afraid of life, its essence and its fullness. That's a deep question.
Deep, yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone's felt that at some point in their life. Who's saying, should I ask the guy out? And in the back I've written, yes. You don't lose much if he says no. And if he says yes, you know, it could be really great. Who knows? Wow. Should I work for $4 less than I want for free chocolate? Nope. Chocolate is not really good for you. And with that $4 you can buy chocolate anyway. So here's one that says, I feel disconnected from life. So I write, ask a professional if you have depression. And don't be embarrassed. It's quite common. You know, like 20% of all people have some kind of depression, so it's quite common. Also, I recommend join hobby clubs, because people in hobby clubs are passionate and they love to communicate their passion to others. I'm honored by the number of people who choose to come and ask questions that are really relevant to them. And I like this feeling that I'm making a difference. So I guess in that way it's not a burden. But certainly for me to invest an hour a day doing this, I wanted to make a difference somehow. So I'm looking for ways of making it bigger, you know, of turning it into a book or a larger project with some more you know, just sort of knowledge or outreach.